Well, I'm hoping that you will be able to. Oh man, help me out with your specialty. Let me just put this away here. How's your day going?
It's good.
Very good. Very good. Doctors generally have a responsibility to patients, correct?
Yep.
What does my information on my sheet say? Did you read it?
It said metal in nose.
Yeah. Did you read, let's see here. Are you able to read my chicken scratch? Because I believe I wrote on here to remove any and all metal from my nasal cavity or bone. Because I'm having headaches, severe sneezing, vision blurry, and I hear abnormal sounds and clicks in this area here. Did you read that at all?
No.
Okay, but you just heard it, so that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you heard that.
Okay.
So, if something was up there, if you guys was to see something there, would it be your responsibility to schedule something so it could be removed?
Well, I think the first thing I'd do is just want to talk to you about what symptoms you're having.
Okay,
So,
but
the
can you
sneezing-
give me a moment, because I'm the patient here. So again, a direct question for an answer. If something foreign is there, and I don't want it there, it is or is not the responsibility of my providers to schedule something to get it removed if something is there. And I request for it to be taken out.
If something's there that's not part of you, I would talk to you about what it is and what we would do about it. And
Okay.
definitely those what we would think about doing is be removing it. But
Awesome.
I'm not sure exactly what I think that's
I'm going to say this. I don't want you to insult my intelligence in any way. I know you're a very wise and intelligent man. Can I ask you this, because it's really important, because I want to be able to trust you. Because I'm gonna pour my heart out. I'm gonna pour my soul out to you because I trust you. This is what you get paid for. I see you got a ring on your finger, so you're married. You believe in Christ? It's a fair question.
No.
It's just a yes or no. No? Did you
No.
just deny Christ, right? It's okay if you do, because I'm not here to judge you. That's not even in my power. But I just want to know, can I trust you?
The no had to do with you're asking me if that was a fair question.
But do you believe in Christ?
I'd be happy to talk to you about the symptoms you're having.
Okay, so you're denying Christ right now. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So now let me listen to what you say. You're talking to me about my symptoms, correct?
I've
I'm
been
listening.
asking you about them. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm concerned because I'm not sensing that what I'm talking about has anything to do with what you're talking about.
Well, let's get on the same page. Help me get on the same page. Or let's help each other get to the same page, because I think we want the same thing. You want to do your job. You want to be able to help me in your capacity, and I want you to be able to help me in your capacity. So,
yeah.
Let's get
I
there.
understand that you have a concern about metal in your nose.
Mm-hmm.
What leads you to that concern?
Okay, so if I were to show you some things, okay. So, question. I looked online and I did some studies to find out if there's anybody, in the world that really has magnetism. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like if magnets, any metal sticks to their bodies abnormally. People, and I'm 40 years old. I see you got your gray hair too. So I'm assuming you're at least that age. In your experience, in all your life, have you ever known or found anyone that had any metal in their body that was that they were born with? Ever heard anything like that?
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not
me
sure.
me either. So it would be real odd and abnormal if someone had a foreign object in them, unless they had surgeries of some sort. Because is that a fair kind of assumption?
Did you have any experience where you're concerned that is metal specifically in your nose?
Well, I can tell you this. When I was born, first off, my mother's not alive, and my father isn't alive either. Okay, and I'm the oldest of three boys. My mother told me when I was born that I had a hernia and they had to operate. And as far as I know of, I've had maybe two, maybe three hernias throughout my life. Okay, I had a broken arm in which I had a pin put in to mend, and I had that pin also taken out. And as far as the nose, you see, like I say, there are things that zoom out and zoom in like my eyes, and I hear abnormal clicking and like in like my nasal cavity area, and many times I'll have these sneezes that's really continuous, and I'm not allergic to anything. Okay, I have these burning within my throat and my nasal area, and my sight gets blurry. So I'm thinking, all of, and there's some other things that's happening, and I'm like, well, you know, it has to be some metal somewhere, if indeed this is like abnormal. So I got a hold to a magnet and I put it up to, just trying to figure some things out, because if something abnormal happened to you, wouldn't you try to figure it out no matter what it is? So I put a magnet up to my nose just by happenstance because I'm seeing these dots that zoom in and zoom out and move around, and and I feel resistance there. I'm like, man, that is really odd. To my understanding, the lady that was in here, she said that you guys looked at did you see the actual X-ray?
Yeah, yeah.
And you didn't see anything, correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay. So, now, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'm just being honest and serious with you. So, metal, right? If I had like a piece of metal right here, and I had a magnet, let's say an inch away. If I put that magnet here, an inch away from that metal, and the metal slid into that magnet without me putting the magnet actually on there, would you say that that's a pretty strong magnet? Strong enough for metal to metal without anything in contact with it? That would be strong enough to say that there's magnetism there, right? So I'm glad you agreed with that. So for metal to be in me, or a magnet to stick to some type of metal that's in me, it would mean two things. The magnet had to be strong enough, and the metal has to be dense enough. Is that a fair scientific conclusion?
I don't know. It's beyond me.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Something that simple is beyond you as a medical doctor, and we're just talking about simple magnetism. That's beyond you. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I can hold you to that. What can I? You're the professional here. I can hold you to that, right?
What you were asking me had to do with applying a magnet to your nose and
skin
and feeling resistance.
And about
and
magnet being adhering to it and
conclusions on that.
Mm-hmm.
And that part, that's what I was saying. I don't know.
But logically, but logical thinking, as scientific-minded people, we would say that we need two things. We need a very strong magnet, and we need some type of dense metal to make that connection, because that's how magnet work, correct? That's how magnetism works, correct?
Uh-huh.
Thank you for. Okay, now here, I want to show you something. Now, I've got a question. So you say if you saw something there, or if you knew something was there, then we would go into the steps to get it removed, correct? If we had reasonable.
Actually, I know that you're asking kind of these stepwise questions, each one of which kind of seems like has a natural answer.
You're a smart man. See, that's why you get paid the big bucks. That's why you are here for me.
But I don't know that I'm linking all these things together, because I still don't quite understand. I understand.
Even though you just said we are stepping, and you can logically, you just said yourself that these are steps. So you're following along with the steps. You're stepping up each one. So that lets me know that you are a bright man. You're a smart man. Besides having an MD on your badge, we can't get around it. So you are following me. And yes, that is what I'm doing. So the next progression in these steps, as you know, the scientific method is to, so I have a hypothesis, okay, which is backed up by a theory. I'm a biological being, okay, flesh and blood, non-metallic. So nothing metal should stick, nothing, a magnet definitely shouldn't stick if I don't have metal in me. That's just logic of the universe. So if I was to show you something that said, hey, you know what? Now you have irrefutable proof besides what you see or claim you don't see, then you have a responsibility. So let me show you something, because I have school coming up for radiology on the 29th of August, and I want this out before then. So I'm going to show you some things that will give the weight, gravity, and urgency to my need. Because a couple things, if I go to school, well, you know what? We're just gonna. I gotta show you these things here.
I'm not gonna have much more time available.
That's fine. So
if
look
you
at
have
this.
something to show.
So this is a magnet sticking to my nose. I'm turning, and this is just look at the orientation. I'm turning. So that's just one thing. All right. And if you deny that, okay, you already denied Christ. So that's on you, or you lied. So, which, any case, Christ was brought up. And that's really severe for you, but I'm not one to judge. So, and right where this magnet is sticking and my head is cranked off to the side, this is where this is right here. So now we got two things going on. You say you don't see anything, but yet this is a really powerful magnet, and this isn't the best. This isn't the best video that I have. Okay, I have a video, just to let you know, where I use surgical gloves. I use alcohol to remove the oils off of my nose, as well as oils off the magnet to make sure it was clean. And that's the alcohol there. And I turned, and it's on a video. I'm letting you know. I stood just like this right here, and I turned all the way this way with the magnet. The other thing is, with the magnet, I had the metal piece in which it was part of over here, and I had the really small, tiny magnet that you saw there. I had it about 1 inch apart, and it shows in the video that I'll release, okay, where the metal pulled the magnet to it, okay, and it shows in the video how I put it up here, and I'm like this right here, doing like this right here, so it's not like because of, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, now, exactly where the magnet sticks, that is where this is. I'm going to show you one other, so that's two things. I'm going to show you one other thing. Because there is no way, because I know you're a bright man, and you can't deny the things that you physically see.
Would you like me, would you prefer that I look in your nose?
You're not going to see anything in my nose, because this is in. This is like bone. This is like cavity. This is something.
Like in the tissue.
In the tissue or in the bone somehow, and I want it gone. Now there's an MRI picture that that's really, really odd, because when I compare mine to others, and here we are. So again, here's something else. Let me pull this pin out so it can be more clear. So we just saw the magnet sticking to my nose. You saw the blackened area where I put the magnet, okay? So we can put those two pieces together. This right here, this little area here, is where this magnet is sticking. This area here. But when we compare, I don't know what this is.
Did you have the MRI to evaluate this? To look into this?
I had the MRI at one of the research facilities here. Not in this building, but at Research Park. Okay.
For this reason?
For this reason. So, when we look, now this is a different image. This is not my MRI. But in this same area, this is not there. I've compared this right here to many other maxillary cavities. And you know what? They don't have this right here. And this is exactly where the magnet is sticking. So, We got physical proof here, scientific proof here. You just saw with your own eyes. Are you denying this?
I don't know how to explain these findings or the magnet, and I won't even try to, because I have an alternate theory
May I hear it, please?
No, I'm saying I don't have one.
But you say you have an alternate theory.
No, I say I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't know why the magnet stuck, but I don't see anything that could have happened to get magnetic material inside the tissues of your nose.
But as a doctor, if you know something is there, is it not the responsibility of medical professionals to remove it? Yes or no? And can I quote you on this? Because I will go to some higher ups just to ask to find out.
Sure.
If something is there.
I guess the issue is the answer is probably to most things, questions you ask, it depends. It depends on the circumstances, and it depends on other things.
What type of circumstances would it be to keep a metal foreign object that I did not sign on for to be there? If I didn't give permission, consent for it to be there, and I want it to be gone, is that not my choice to have it removed? And are you saying that what would it depend on? This is my rights here. Are you denying that I have rights as a patient? Is that what this is? Because that's what it sounds like. Because I'm going to tell you, I had metal in this arm right here. When I asked for it to be removed, they set an appointment and they removed it. I want this removed before my schooling starts.
So I don't know that I can agree with you that there is metal inside the tissues of your nose.
Even though, okay, just one second. Even though you see the magnet here, even though you see this right here, what if I brought it in here and I showed you? Would that convince you? No. Okay, so that means I have to take this to the next level and get people involved to force the hand to. How can I say, this is a great hospital with a lot of good people working in it.
Yeah.
And
to tell the truth, I'm trying. I'm listening to you, and I'm trying to follow it, but I'm just not quite there as far as like each of your steps.
How can we get you there? Well, let me just sit back and listen right now.
Well, I'm just not there. It's the end of this time frame for the clinic visit. I don't think I'm going to be of help to you in the way that you're asking me for it.
So you're denying me help, correct? Because why are you denying me help?
Because you're asking me to remove something that I don't have evidence is present. I understand the evidence you presented.
What would it take for you to have evidence? That's because if I just showed you an X-ray, if I just showed you an MRI where something is protruding in an area it shouldn't, and I also showed you a magnet there, what more proof do you need? Just out of curiosity, because you just said you need more proof. So, and you got a smile on your face. So, so that just seems like really odd. But come on.
I didn't ask for more proof. I said that I don't think I'm able to help you. That I listened. In my best opinion, is that I don't think that I have something to help you to remove what you believe to be a piece of magnetized metal or in your tissues of your nose.
But if it was, just out of curiosity, if it wasn't, you sent me away. All right. And when it comes out that it was, and I show all of these things, would you feel that you had an opportunity to help me and just like drop the ball? Would you feel like you had a responsibility that you chose not to live up to when, and here's the other thing. Let's say I showed this to someone else.
So if you want me to go ahead in time and say that you had something removed, and then you'd come back to me and you'd say, hey, I was here. Like I told you, right? And I told you so. I'd say I'm sorry. I'd apologize to you. But my best, and I'm not being dismissive. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that you're concerned about your concerns or your evidence. I just think that I'm not the person to help. I don't know what I would be the one to go further along along this road, you know, to the next level.
So
It's that has to be the end of this clinic visit, though. I'm sorry.
okay. Well, thank you. All right. So I'm going to let you. There's going to be some further steps that's going to happen as a result right now.
Yeah.
I really thank you for your time, and it's all on us right now.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you. What's the smile for? Huh? That sounds. Thank you much.
Yep, you're welcome.